Riverside State Park is a picturesque picnic and recreation area beside the turbulent river which flows through the heart of Spokane and on into the mighty Columbia. Here is more of the natural beauty which set aside the Spokane area and the Inland Empire of the Northwest as something particularly worth seeing. And, just as in Indian days, the river still lures the fishermen. A challenge to anyone with rod and reel to try for the flashing rainbow trout that lurk in still pools or by the rocks of tumbling rapids. Driving back into town along the River Parkway, we took the loop drive once again to Cliff Park, built on a prehistoric volcanic blowout, one of the more than 50 parks in the city. And as we walked to the cliff's edge, we had a magnificent view of the city below. Spokane is the Athens of the Inland Empire. Its churches tower above the valley, thrusting their spires toward the blue sky sweeping in from the distant mountains. Almost in the center of the city, we could see the towers of Gonzaga College. Gonzaga College is one of 3 well-known colleges in Spokane, including Holy Names College and Whitworth College, with its wide green campus, a beauty spot treasured by the people. The wonderful new Coliseum, first proposed in 1925, now at last a reality, which can seat 9,000 persons. And in the distance, the shining roof of the Kaiser aluminum plant, glittering in the bright sunlight. A plant so large, its roof covers more than 40 acres. And through the center of it all tumbles the Spokane River, spilling over a fascinating falls in the center of the city. Worthy of being the capital of the Inland Empire, as we turned back to our hotel to seek out an exotic dinner in one of the many restaurants noted for their fine food. Just a few miles outside the city limits, Mount Spokane rises from the valley floor like an old-fashioned round loaf of bread. The road to the mountain winds across smooth hills and broad meadows, beckoning us on as we drove out next morning to see the valley from the mountaintop. As we passed one small farmhouse, a light breeze stirred the leaves of some ancient aspen trees, turning them to silver in the morning light. Soon we were winding up the mountainside, through a lush pine forest, till at last we reached the top, with a view of the blue-black mountains in the distance. In wintertime, the snow-clad slopes of Mount Spokane are alive with skiers, who gather in the ski house when the snow's chill drives them inside around the great stone fireplace. But on this summer day, the sun was warm and pleasant as we caught our breath beside the ski hut, a few hundred yards from the towers of one of the radio and television stations serving this area. And as we looked across the hills to the east, it seemed that everywhere we looked, we saw a lake. And no wonder. Within 50 miles of us lay 76 mountain lakes, each one a fisherman's delight. And over the distant hills, for instance, just across the Idaho border, only 30 miles from Spokane, Lake Coeur d'Alene, from which the Spokane River begins its flow. And when Blessing suggested we drive up there for an afternoon of fishing, we turned back for a change of clothes and another scenic trip along the river's course. Lake Coeur d'Alene is one of the most popular resort lakes